Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Chaka Investing. Alright, welcome to the channel today. Alright, I'd like to let y'all know at first we evolving in 2021. So what that means is that I need y'all to help me in this evolutionary process. How are you gonna do that? Right? I'm sure that's what you're asking yourself. How are you gonna help Chaka Investing evolve? Very simple. Like and subscribe to the video, man. Like the video. If you like the video, like the video. You know what I'm saying? If you learn something here today, even if you don't learn something here today, you want to help me out, like the video. You know, it'll help my channel grow, to show the video to other people. You know, just like the video, man. Subscribe. Also subscribe. It's important. And then press the notification bell. That might be the most important. Pressing the notification bell so you can get notified when it's time to evolve, when a new video is coming out. All right? That's right. Second thing is Check Investing. That's what you can call me. You know, call me Check Investing. You know, don't really call me Check, because only my family, you know, my wife can call me Check. It's disrespectful. It's disrespect. So just call me Check Investing. All right? No cap. Let's move. All right. So we're looking at AUDUSD. What is today's lesson about? Today's lesson is about when not to trade OTE. I'm going to give you guys a classic example. Right? This happens to a lot of people. And I know it's going to be tempting, but we got to stick to the rules. And so I'm going to show you when not to trade OTE. Okay? So what do we got on AUDUSD? We have got a trend line on the higher time frame. First of all, you know I like to go from higher time frame to lower time frame every single time. Weekly, daily, 1 hour, 5 minute before I get into actual OTE. Right? I like to look at these higher time frames because higher time frames trump lower time frames. Say it with me. Higher time frames trump lower time frames. One more time. Higher time frames trump lower time frames. All right, cool. So you can see that the dollar had been strengthening for the past decade, but we got this big push off, you know, in the weakening of the dollar, where the Australian dollar and most other international currencies started strengthening against it, strengthening against it really hard, where we can break this long, decade-long trend line. Okay, and when you see a break off of this kind of trend line, this, you know, something that is this long and this strong, you'd like to see a healthy pullback after, and then another takeoff, because sometimes you can see smart money movers will grab liquidity of the buyers that are above this trend line so that they can sell off and continue to sell. Right? They need more liquidity to sell off. However, they didn't do that here. They kind of just had a healthy pullback. People thought it was too expensive, starts trickling a little bit to cheaper areas, and then takes off. Right? That's healthy for the market. That's how market's supposed to move. Yeah, zigzags up. Okay? So that's what's happening here. So, you know, higher time frame, I'm looking bullish. We also have this imbalance, right, that needed to get filled after this smart money move up here. You know, this mitigation of this institutional candle up here that triggered this large sell-off that needed to be filled by, you know, in this imbalance area. Okay, and then you have these equal highs up here as well that could be, you know, kind of like a final target for now if you're in any trades. These highs, you know, you could target those, and so you can go in the daily. You've seen weekly now. You can also look at this, you know, this trend line here that was also broken. Right, so we're obviously bullish. Just a little bit of an imbalance here. So, you know, I could see this being filled in this area, right, from this wick to this wick. If you zoom in a little bit, you can see from this wick to this wick. Could use a little bit. Could definitely use a little bit of filling. Could use some fill, like an ice cream cone. Okay. All right, and so move to the daily. We're in this channel over here. We're in this channel. I'm not talking about no YouTube channels. I'm talking about a Forex channel. All right. And so you can see, actually, if you look on the weekly, we did have this 1, 2, 3 weekly pan reversal, which could signal some downside. 1, 2, 3. Kind of looks like a V. That's what a weekly pan reversal looks like. Oh, sorry. And so it's something to be wary of. We'll just keep that in mind. You know, it does look like we're having a little bit of a sell-off in the short run, but we're higher time frame long term. So this is a little concerning. It's a little concerning for me. I'd like to have all my eggs in a basket. You know, well, not all my eggs in the basket. I keep my eggs in multiple baskets. That's kind of how that phrase works, especially because I'm an investor. I have to keep my eggs in multiple baskets. But I like to have all my eggs in check. I have no idea how to say that phrase. But, you know, we're kind of going up, down, up, down, up, down, right? We're having this high, this low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And so I'm looking to form a new lower high, and so you have this institutional candle here that could be filled by, and that came off the strong sell-off, right? And so looking for this to maybe be filled, okay? And so you got this bounce off the lower end of the channel. We could see some, you know, creation of a this is a, you know, a low, a high, lower high. Or is that, no, this is a higher low creating a higher high. So we're in a short time frame going a little bullish. The immediate longer time frame says that we're a little bearish, but overall longer time frame says we're bullish. So that's 2 bullish versus 1 bear. It's enough of an excuse to try and find a very short-term bullish trade. I wouldn't expect, if you're gonna get into a bullish trade, that it'll go up for that much longer, but you could get a quick scalp, right? You also have all these equal lows here that got taken out by this selling off action right here, and it looks like this action right here mitigated this last sell-off play. Started from this candle all the way down here, right? Because you have this big buy up here. Could be banks looking for some more liquidity before really heading down. So this is what needed to get mitigated, as well as this, but it already did. And so we're taking off again. So yeah, it's a little bit of a buy, some buy, right? So let's go to we've already gone down to the 1 hour, so we can start setting up our OTE, right? Put your previous day high here, previous day low here. And so there's liquidity resting above these highs and lows, and so the banks early in the morning from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. are going to be targeting those previous day high, previous day low to get that liquidity. And so, you know, considering this was a bullish candle, I was expecting maybe another bullish candle may follow, right? Rarely do you just get, you know, one of each. And so that's kind of like my expectation. That's why I'm going to look for bulls alongside our other analysis. And so go straight to a 5-minute. Let us put, all right, so this is the previous day high, the previous day low over here. Let's put a vertical line from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. All right, and look at this. Look at what we have here. This is why I say this video is about the perfect time to not trade OTE, or when not to trade OTE. So from this low to this high, you can see we had a perfect pullback. Perfect. Look at this. Right at the 0.705 sweet spot level that ICT calls it, the sweet spot level, and it hit here. And guess what? It's 30 minutes before the entry time. See, as a trader, you have to be rules oriented. You cannot budge your rules just because it looks good, because let me tell you why. Number one, not only are you more profitable over time if you obey the rules, but it also hurts less if you lose when you've obeyed all the rules. Let's say you just went out of the rules a little bit, and look how fast this was coming down. What if it just triggered? What if it just hit your stop loss? You would have been like, ah, damn, I should have listened to the rules. I should have listened to Chike Investing. He would have told me, obey the rules, man. Obey the rules. I could hear it in my ears, but I said no. I want to be a rogue trader who wants to take wild bets. Those people always lose money, right? Yeah, you would have made money now this time, to be fair. You would have made money, but that's just this time. What about the next time and the time after that, right? You gotta be, major rules like this you have to follow. You just have to follow it. Now you can do whatever you want. I'm not your father. I'm not your mother. I can't tell you what to do. You can see 30 minutes and say, ah, screw it, it's whatever. But personally, for me, I would like to obey the rules. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel bad if I lose. I would say it's the rule. It's not the rules' fault even. It's just probability, right? At this point in time, if you had lost, it would be your own damn fault because you wouldn't have listened to the rules, right? So this would have been an easily 1 to 3.75 trade, basically 1 to 4 in about less than an hour. And it's unfortunate, that we couldn't get in on time. But there are always OTE trades on other pairs. So if this one's not obeying the rules, go look for another pair to look at, right? I believe your JPY had one this morning. I might do a video about that one. But what I would do actually, instead of trying to break the rules for this one, I would just wait for another opportunity off this low, maybe to this high. Wait for a healthy pullback down within this time before 11 a.m. and then ride the takeoff all the way to around noonish 1 when things start to consolidate for the day. All right. This has been Chike Investing. It's your boy. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you learned something today. You got to practice risk management. You got to practice restraint. It's not just all about getting into a crazy trade just because you have an addiction to Forex, right? You need to be rules oriented in order to succeed in the long run. All right. I hope you all have a blessed day. It's your boy Chike Investing, and have a good one.